What's up, everybody? It's been, I don't know, it's been a couple weeks, I guess. Everything's been going good. Same old, same old. Kids getting ready to get out of school for the summer and be ready to start our summer vacations and stuff. And it's been really good for vinyl finding as well. Obviously, been still doing my usual eBay, and I think I got a couple. Maybe not any on Discogs this week, but I got a couple coming that I got some good deals on, I thought. And then hitting up estate sales and Amazon, actually a lot of new stuff. A lot of new stuff to show this week, like newer records. Amazon last week or 2 weeks ago had just crazy deals for some records, and then it was my birthday, so got some gifts. So start with it. That's what we're listening to right now. It's Earl, Lavallee. You can kind of hear it's kind of country folky. That's the name of the album. From Lavallee Below. Just a cool little country folk album. I think I got this for $5 on Amazon. So I just, I've mentioned it before. I kind of look from cheapest to most expensive, and then prime shipping, and a bunch of $5 albums always come up. That's how I got Derek Hagan's In Dreama. It was like $5, and this was I kind of gave this a listen on YouTube before I bought it. Some of the stuff is obviously not very good. It's $5, but I heard one song and kind of enjoyed it, and I've been really enjoying this album. You can kind of hear it. It's kind of, I don't know, just later Johnny Cash-ish, kind of, just real mellow folk, country. It's nice. Next one, I got this on at an estate sale. Vodafone test record. It's kind of neat. Kind of works out too, because on my downstairs turntable I actually just got a new cartridge. It was kind of making some like distortion-y type. I didn't get a new cartridge, I'm sorry, I got a new stylus. And it was kind of, fuzzy sounding, so I needed a new stylus. It's been a couple years. But kind of works out that I got this, because this can test the tracking force and kind of gives you like a constant signal, so you can kind of hear if it's tracking correctly from the start to the end. So yeah, this was cool for a couple bucks. Picked that up. Plus I like that kind of gimmicky stuff. These next couple I all got at the same estate sale. Couple, I guess you could say a grail. I don't know. I hate using that word. Beastie Boys was a grail for me last time, but this was just a record I really wanted. I guess if I could say it like that. How about that? This one had been eluding me for a long time. I've seen it, for $30 at record shows and stuff like that. But if you know me by now, I'm a real cheap ass. So finally got a copy. Buckingham Nicks. So really nice to get a copy of that. I'd only heard it, just on YouTube and stuff like that. So this was really cool to get. Big want off my list. Been looking for this for years, and just never found one the price I want. And this was $2. What are you gonna do? Sometimes you find them, sometimes you don't. And then, of course, you always, okay, it's $2, but then now comes the time to look at the record, and the record's perfect. So I was actually late to this estate sale, and I walked in, and there was already like 5 people digging. I'm like, oh man, and 2 people looked at that same pile and didn't take that record. I just got, and I started looking, expecting to find nothing, and then I found it. I'm like, what the heck, Next one, same estate sale. He had a real eclectic taste. Kurtis Blow. Let's see, Rapping Blows on here, Way Out West. Good stuff, man. There you go, for all you ladies out there. Bam. Old Kurtis Blow. So that was cool. And then still coming from the same estate sale, Songs of Leonard Cohen. Very cool. I think this is only my second Leonard Cohen album, I believe. So this is really nice to get. I think this is a 2i. I think. Yep, 2i stereo version. Very cool find for $3 or $2. They had a $2 and a $3 player, so I can't remember. Another one. Add to another Wilson Pickett I did not have. This is the Midnight Mover. Not my favorite Pickett album, but still better than a lot of his later stuff. I think this came out in '66, so still better than his early '70s stuff. But this is nice. You can't really go wrong with Wilson Pickett on Atlantic for the most part. So I'm trying to think of the main tracks off of here. Obviously the title track, I'm a Midnight Mover. Yeah, I can't remember. Very nice to have that. This one, I would go out to say Grail on this one. I've been looking for this for years. Never wanted to pay up for it. Even at most estate sales, people know, what it is, and they'll list it accordingly. It seems like this artist and the Beatles always kind of get jacked up in price. So this was next to the pile with the Buckingham Nicks. So couldn't believe it when I saw it. And Elvis Presley, his first album on RCA. This is, I believe, like a 62 repress. I think this came out in like 58 or something like that, or maybe someone else can better quote me on that, but I really couldn't believe it was sitting there. I did the Seam Easy strips. It was kind of split on the top and the bottom. The spine was still in decent shape, but the record itself is probably somewhere between VG and VG Plus, which is, it plays fantastic. You can't even hear anything. So obviously Blue Suede Shoes is on here. There's a cover of Tutti Frutti. Yeah, just Blue Moon. God, this album, man. I mean, I'm not a huge Elvis fan. I wouldn't say I'm an Elvis fan at all. But this album is, it's so great. It really is. I could see how this kind of laid the groundwork for other, rockish albums, moving forward. So, very nice to have that. This one, another one that, I've seen it for, $8-10 at record stores. I'm like, I'll probably find one day. And sure enough, Donald Fagen, Night Fly. With the hype sticker, which was cool. Another one, obviously IGY is on here. What a Beautiful World. But yeah, great album. Nice to finally have that in the collection. Like I said, I've been looking for that for a while, but never wanted to, pursue it too crazy, So, next one, I think these are all stuff I got on Amazon, either for my birthday or through deals. So this was a birthday present. It came out probably about 3 weeks ago. I'll take it out of the. This is J.J. Cale's unreleased album that just came out, Stay Around. Nice gatefold. There he is right there. Yeah, so they just released this. Supposed to be all songs that he just that were discovered, I guess. I'm not sure where they discovered them or anything, but very nice for them to have new music from J.J. Cale. I'm not sure when he actually recorded this. I read mixed things as far as when he actually recorded this music in the studio. But yeah, very, very cool, very enjoyable. I kind of found JJ Cale through the VC, so obviously I have, I think, 3 or 4 of his albums, 3 albums now. This one would be 4. So this has 2 discs, and it's real thick and very, very cool. I think there's 4 songs on each. Yeah, like 15 new unreleased JJ Cale songs, so you can't beat it. Next one is kind of like a guilty pleasure, I guess you could say. This is Ariana Grande. You weren't expecting to see that one, were you? This is her new album. This is the clear version from Target, Target exclusive. Obviously, you know, the Thank You Next, 7 Rings, 2 songs that she does on here, but I think she's got a great voice, kind of like a modern day, kind of like what Mariah Carey was back in the day, I guess you could say. My daughter and my wife both really like her, so it's something I can put on and they don't leave the room, I guess you could say. So that was nice to get. Got this one for my birthday, the new Dido. Very enjoyable. Her voice is just amazing, and this is her new album. There's a track list. I think the single on here, or there's 2, I think, that there's videos on YouTube you can watch. Hurricanes and Give You Up. So that was very cool. Not as good as I don't know why I'm not thinking right now. You know, the one with Hunter and all those. I showed it a while. I can't think of it right now. All right, so next we got these. I pre-ordered this one from Fat Records, which is Fat Mike, NoFX, his record label. So this is Cokie the Clown. So this album's called You're Welcome. There's Fat Mike right there. This is kind of like his alter ego, I guess you could say. This is very dark, very. It's not an album I think I could listen to like all the time, but I got it on the exclusive splatter vinyl. You know, these Fat Records, man, they sell out really quick, and I was lucky enough to get that splatter vinyl. There's the very dark, and man, I mean, look at some of these titles for the songs. That Time I Killed My Mom, Prearranged Marriage, Swing and a Miss, Down with the Ship. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but he has a lot of people who play on this too. Big name, obviously Travis Barker, I think, plays on a song with him, and just some other punk musicians play on this with him. But check it out. Let me know what you think if you haven't. I'm still forming an opinion if you haven't noticed yet. So next, same web store. I showed an EP from the Bomb Pops a while ago. This is their album that they released on Fat 2017. California in July is a great song. Capable of Lies. Great tracks on here. So it's 2 girl singers, and then the drummer and the bassist are guys, but they kind of take turns singing songs with the 2 females. Great rock music. I think I played a Needle Drop a while back, but yeah, great stuff. I love the Bomb Pops. Anything they do is really good. Check them out. Alright. So this was also a birthday present. Product of the 90s. So this album, when I was in, I think I was probably in middle school when this came out. Romeo and Juliet. This was like a big deal when it came out. Claire Danes, Leo DiCaprio. But the soundtrack is really great. Has Garbage on here, Number One Crush, Everclear, Butthole Surfers is on here, The Cardigans, Radiohead, Mundy's on here. It really is a great soundtrack. So it's not something I want to buy for myself, but you know, people are always asking what they can buy for me for my birthday, Christmas. So I threw that on the want list, and somebody picked it up for me. So another one just got from Amazon the other day. Pearl Jam. This is obviously a repress. I almost bought an original for, I think it was like $105, but I couldn't pull the trigger. I just wouldn't go to it that often. I have an original Vitality and Versus or VS, so I probably will end up getting this album eventually on an OG press, but this was like $10.50 on Amazon the other day. Excuse me. So I couldn't pass it up. You guys all know Even Flow, Jeremy. You guys all know about this album. I don't need to go into detail about it. Another kind of guilty pleasure got on Amazon. This was like finally on sale for $13. This is Taylor Swift's first album, self-titled. Another one I can put on with the family and they won't leave the room, so anytime I can get them hanging out with me, I'll do it. And I really don't hate Taylor Swift that much. I kind of, especially her earlier stuff that's more country and country pop, I guess you could say. I think the hits off of here were Teardrops on My Guitar and Tim McGraw were the two hits off there, so nice to pick that up. Got one I've been looking for a while, but this finally dropped. This was like $11 too. Jason Isbell in the 400 unit. There's him and his wife there. She plays the fiddle. Nice gatefold. I can't remember if this is, I think this is their newest album, 2017 on Southeastern Records. But yeah, great album from him. I'm sure most of you already know him, but you know, kind of indie folk, country, you know, back tones to it. But I mean, I really enjoyed his music. He had a great, I don't know if you guys watched the Tiny concerts from NPR, but he had a great, great one that was recorded. I think it was like last year or something like that. But they do a lot of great sessions on there. Gary Clark just had one. Weezer had one. So that was very cool. And then got this one as well. This is, I can't think of his name, from Kill Switch Engage, I think is his name. But this is Brothers Born, Knife Wounds. Really enjoyed this. This was another $5 Amazon purchase. This was a Kill Switch Engage, and there was another band too. Ohio. Man, I can't think of the names right now. It's killing me too. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. But great, kind of similar to what I have now. Kind of indie folk. You know, I wouldn't go as far as country on this one, but definitely indie folk. Very enjoyable. I was, you know, I kind of put it on YouTube and was, you know, really digging it, so I picked it up when it was on sale. So yeah, those are some, you know, obviously newer records that I got. And then, oh, the last one I'll show is this. This was like, you know, a couple bucks too. This is the Modern Jazz Quartet and Guests. I think this, you know, obviously they have, I have one with Sonny Rollins that they had. I think this one's with John Lewis. Who's on this one? It's on the Atlantic label. I think John Lewis is on this one. Where'd he go? Mill Jackson plays on this. John Lewis, Percy Heath, Jim Hall on guitar. So yeah, very, very cool stuff. Just really nice jazz music. Not expensive. You can find this for a couple bucks, usually anywhere if you see it. But really like the cover too, the gold cover. So that's it for this little episode, I guess you could say. So, hope everyone's doing well, and missed a couple contests that I wanted to get in, but that's life. You know, I've been working a lot, so I got to pay for the hobby. A lot of overtime at work, so been enjoying watching everybody's videos, and hope to do some more contests. I think if I ever get to, you know, obviously I'm pretty damn happy with how many subscribers I have now. I never thought, you know, all you guys would want to watch all this crap I do, just showing records and stuff. But you know, if I ever get to 300, I'll probably do a contest there or something like that. So anyways, hope you guys are doing good, and take care.